God, where? Hey. Hey. I'm live, I think. I'm live for sure now. Hello there, Twitch, and hello there, YouTube. Today, continuing with our Phoenix Wright playthrough, I just realized I'm not wearing my right outfit today. I got this. I got this, guys. Don't even worry about it. I got. See, we're done. We're clear. It's already set up. Simple like that. Nothing crazy. I completely forgot about it, but no worries. You know why? Because we're gonna be an ace attorney today. That's all I got, really. But yeah. Let me just switch screens here. It's not gonna show anything yet because I haven't turned it on. I normally don't turn it on anymore because I think it has a better chance of not crashing if I don't leave it on for like a millennium. But yeah, make sure audio is good here. Perfect. Old Capcom. I believe that's the old Capcom like intro. All right, here we are. Turnabout storyteller. This is the trial that includes the infamous the infamous clown girl that everyone was just going crazy for. Let's just say that. I think that's the nicest way I could say it. Turnabout storyteller. Oh, I remember. What was the cutscene for this again? Alright, they included the guy from Danganronpa.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10, 11.
Does he ask what time is it when he's counting the thing? Every time? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why are we frame dropping, huh? How about we don't frame drop? How about that, huh? Shisho's dead? Yeah, I remember this. Oh no, if he did, then what do we do? Hey, pull yourself together. Don't worry, I have an idea. I really hope my internet's not having an issue today. I just hope it's just because something related to, like, anything else besides my internet. May 13, 9:45 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 6. What the heck? Who brings the defendant to his own trial late? Plus, the request was so last minute, I didn't even get have a chance to talk with my client. He's late for a very important date. Alright, Regit. Little rhyme here. My name is Athena Sykes. Armed with analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how, I am fully competent defender of the Wright Anything Agency. Though I wish my client would show up already, the trial's about to start. Who's our client? It appears we made it just in time. Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon. You didn't get so worked up, Athena. His baldness can wait. There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate? Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not. Still, but a rank amateur, I see. This is Simon Blackwell. You might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak. But he's kind of my senior, I guess. But twisted sense of humor or no, I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time. So, where are Wright Dono and Justice Dono? Mr. Wright is abroad, and Apollo is helping Trucy with her magic show. Didn't I tell you? They're what? So neither one of them are here, leaving you to take this on alone. Yep. Egads. Call Wright Dono back. It's not too late. Oh no, not too late at all. He would only need to know how to teleport. Very well. Then I will settle for Justice Dono. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here. Apollo's literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery. I did the defensive rails in spectacular fashion. No, as I win the heck out of this trial. I'll be okay, promise. So wipe that look off your face already, will you? Anyway, I take it the guy behind you is... Yes, he's asleep again. Oi, Bucky, wake up! Yeah! Ow! What'd you do that for, Simon? Oh. Who's this yeller chickadee? She is your lawyer, such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however. Lawyer? She sure doesn't look like it, does she? She like your fellow apprentice or something? Something like that. I've known her long than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another. Okay. Well then, Gesh. I better call her Miss Chickadee then. I do. Why are you fucking drunk? Diamond, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheets to the window on his own trail. That's how I did his fucking dumb laugh. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind. Do as you will, just save it after the trial. Miss Chickadee, don't call me that. How do you do? Simon here, an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chief Wasoba. Wet noodle number 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Wet. So he can pull himself together when he wants to. If only this trial wasn't starting in a few minutes. I've been accused of a murder that only occurred yesterday. I'm afraid it's taking a toll on the poor boy. And you happen to be there at the theater where it all happened too, right? They said they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room. Indeed. The victim, master storyteller Typhoon Tornado. Oh, and then okay, this is starting to make sense. It's all connecting. Typhoon Tornado was a longtime patron of Wet Soba. Master Tornado had been looking after Bucky ever since Wet Noodle number 3 passed away. I see. So the victim was killed. Was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh? That stupid old fart like a father. Now, no way. He was always dissing my Soba. How dare you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of his murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together, number 3. Well, pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling in his grave. Beside me, the police, none of them believes me. They won't listen to me. Looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal. Don't worry, Mr. Wet, everything's gonna be alright. I'm gonna defend you with everything I've got. You're in good hands. I mean, you believe in me, ma'am. Of course, no matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. Gee whiz, Miss Chickadee. Now come on, I need you to shape up just like those al dente noodles of yours. Al dente noodles of yours. Yes, ma'am. My soba is the freshest. Oh, Mr. Wet. Bucky, you great big palook. Or pillock. So, how exactly do you know this guy? I used to frequent with Wet Soba, and still do, in fact. So I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father and Master Tornado, were always so good to me. I didn't know you liked soba so much, Simon. I wouldn't expect one such as you, who eats meat slapped between slabs of bread, to understand the delicate taste and the subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour. Hey, that's just rude, but I digress. I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff. If I let Wet and Soba end like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 or Master Tornado in the next life. I see. And that's why you came to me. You wanted somebody you could trust. It was never my intention to ask you. Ugh. I'll show him I can handle it just fine. I believe it's just about time. What? But we haven't even properly discussed the case yet. What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out. I'm just trembling with the excitement of battle, that's all. Off geht's. Let's do this. Right, she just says random shit in different languages. Come on, Mr. Wet. Or Wheat. Might be Wheat. The more I think about it. Get up off the floor. We've got a case to win. Yes, Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Wet soba. Wet soba.
It is wet. Okay.
Wet soba. Wet soba.
Yellow. I want this game. Yellow. 2 bowls of noodles. Sorry, sir. No can do. Kind of busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Yeah, okay, let's do this. He's not going to do himself or he's not going to do himself or his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere. I mean, rest, maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't let soba dough rest. So all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat. Seeds fresh, cut the oh no, he's throwing up. I gotta understand why my thing is bugging out. Once this freaking. Hold up. Let's try to do this real quick. That's the wrong one I wanted. Thank you. Is this the one I need? Yes, this is the one I need. Perfect. And she's on the first thing. Okay, perfect. Even lovelier. Move this a little bit to here. Move this down. Here you go. Alright, sorry. Just messing with some things. Dude, why am I drop framing like crazy right now? Let me see something. Twitch. Oh my god. I feel like it could be either me or... Yeah, it is me, and I don't know why. It's just bugging out how long. Was this no prayer this time, Prosecutor Samadi? That is correct, Your Honor. It's like not loading on my screen on the bottom right now. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby. How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country? Chief Prosecutor Edward himself called on me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay. And though my opponent is yet a callow thing. Callow? I have no qualms with sending her down to hell. You have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly, I am not a callow thing. I'm a qualified and capable attorney. Then what is that yellow attire if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick? Funny. Now cease your shrill chirping. Now, Prosecutor Samadi, she is still only a teenager. Please go easy on her. Great. Now even the judge is giving me the kid treatment. Very well. Shall we begin, Your Honor? Yes, I suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Samadi, please give your opening statement. I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly let the last rites of the victim commence. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th. at a storyteller's theater called Kurukuru Te. The victim was a great master of the tornado, the tornado school of Rakugo, or comedic storytelling. His name was Tornado. The scene of the murder was the theater's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and has an inner and outer sliding door. Backstage diagram added to the court record. The estimated time of death is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation. Jesus, I said sufficient. Suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, and there is no murder weapon. I will now submit the incident report to the court. Taifu's autopsy report added to the court record. Prosecutor Samadi, how can you name Mr. Wet as the culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed or even with what? While it is true that the weapon and precise method are, as yet, unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I will explain this assertion in further detail as we continue. I guess this means he has some kind of evidence to present. Now, would the accused care to plead his case? Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes? Sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid Mr. Wet isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary. Surely it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court. Great, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Wet is the head chef of a soba shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went to the theater at the victim's request. Taifu Tornado was a connoisseur of soba, as you can see in these photographs. He was apparently making soba himself in his dressing room that very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he himself made there. Liking soba is one thing, but making it into in a theater dressing room is a bit much, non? Master Tornado truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man like that to be murdered by a soba chef is simply unthinkable. And yet, the accused had ample motive. For if in the victim's safe, we discovered the deed to the accused's shop. Mr. Wet wasn't to inherit Wet Soba when he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back. A murder over the deed to a shop. That does sound like a plausible motive. So that's what this case is about. Wish Simon had filled me in a little better. Could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat if he had. Defense. From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case. Well, you see, you are dishonoring the soul of the victim by appearing in the courtroom unprepared. You are an embarrassment to your profession, you putrid egg yolk. Eek! I'm sorry. Apollo's a red pepper and now I'm an egg yolk. You've only just started and I've already been demoted from spring chick. I'm ready to call my witness, Your Honor. Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found. Very well, witness, please take the stand. Simon. Sup? Witness, please state your name and occupation. Simon Blackwell, prosecutor. Prosecutor Blackwell! You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand? There simply wasn't time. What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the demanding scene you witnessed beforehand with the defense, we could have moved this trial along and saved the victim's soul that much faster. Damning. I keep saying demanding. What in the world is this Simon C? Prosecutor Salamati, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm. By all means. This case involves rakugo, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle the case competently? Are you implying that I am not qualified for this case? Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic for now. It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on rakugo last night, and have grasped the overall idea of it. How much could you possibly grasp in a single night? And the storyteller sits alone on the stage with. Okay, he just goes on a fucking. Rakugo artist tells long, whimsical stories, giving each character a distinct voice. This traditional art was originally invented by monks to make sermons more interesting. Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings to each such stories. Or shall I perform the famous story of Jugemu instead? Ugh. It appears you have put in a bit of a study. Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell. I can see why you are known for being quite thorough in your research, Prosecutor. Yet he can't fucking look into the cases and like actually find out the truth. My bad, Samadhi. Fuck me, I guess. Now, I would love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind. If that is your honor's request. Oh, fuck! Your honor, could we please get back to the trial? Oh, right, of course! I nearly forgot! Fucking, she slammed the table twice! Seriously, of all the things for you to forget. Now then, back to the case. Prosecutor Blackwell, please tell this court what you witnessed. You know, it's actually running more, it's actually running smoother, not more smoother. Learn your fucking shit. Now that I've changed the servers, I haven't gotten a frame drop, knock on wood. But, yeah, I'm just like, I hope that was the issue alone. It's because it was on a different, like, part of what server I was connected to. What Simon saw. Went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. Went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Tornado's junior's disciple, Unedo, apparently then entered the room soon after. That's when Unedo discovered Master Tornado's body. Unedo. Now wait just a minute here, Prosecutor Blackwell. With testimony like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Wet of the crime. All I can do is state what I saw. I can't help how it appears. But a qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right? Well, yeah, duh. Alright, I guess I'd better start by getting all that, the info out of him that I can. Excuse me. Let me do a quick save again. You never know with this game. This game can either crash or just have a whole meltdown. Sorry. Came out of nowhere for me. Alright, press every statement. Perfect, okay. I went to the theater yesterday, arrived at 4 p.m., blah blah blah. Prosecutor Blacko, what did you go to the theater for in the first place? I went because I had received an invitation from Master Tornado. Here, see for yourself. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple Unedo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the stage name of Unedo 2. So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name? You really don't know, do you? The performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name. I see. There was another Unedo rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him, huh? And what exactly did your invention say? It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program. Oh, it appears Typho Tornado was going to perform Takisoba or Time Soba. Takisoba, yeah. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba using only his fan as a prop. And Onedo was to perform Soba Se, or Soba Glutton, a soba-themed show, I see. It seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your baldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple, Gairu, followed by Onedo, and lastly, Master Tornado. Gairu, Onedo, Tornado. Funny. I see. So that's why you happened to be at the Storyteller's Theater yesterday. So what happened after that, after you arrived? And how did Master Tornado appear when you say hello? When you said hello to him? I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet. You didn't see him? Why not? Geiru escorted me to the dressing room. But we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room. Yes, not just me, but Geiru too. Geiru as well. Geiru. No, Geiru would be A, I believe, with an A. So it's Geiru. E. Fuck, how do they pronounce the E again? E. I. Or E. Geiru? Something like that. I need to keep studying my stuff. In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m. Correct. Couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tornado. I could tell because it was the time sober routine being performed in there. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. Please tell in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. Gairu, yeah. Gai. Yeah, because it'll be G-I. The way how they pronounce it, the E's are kind of like I's and the I's are like E. So it's Gairu. Gairu and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tornado to finish practicing, when Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things. What happened after that? I heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out of the dressing room looking rather irate. It is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. I better come up with some kind of counter-argument and fast. What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in? No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Geiru, yes, was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all. I see. And why do you suppose Onedo went to the dressing room anyway? He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. The disciple is to pay their master respect right before and after each performance. And all disciples are expected to do this. Yes, it's common courtesy among Rakugo artists. I see. Could you tell us what happened after Onedo went into the dressing room? Certainly. This is the last statement. And how did Onedo act at the time? After Onedo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room and Onedo came flying out. Did you hear any signs of a struggle of that time? No, just Onedo's woeful scream. I see. And that's all the statements. Oh, okay. Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Why did you have to slam the hammer? Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. And now, please allow me to surmise your testimony. Summarize. I said surmise. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu were in the hallway waiting for Master Tornado, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some item in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room. About 10 minutes later, he came back out of the room, seeming rather angry. A short time after the accused had come and gone, Onedo Tornado went into the room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Onedo gave a scream and came running out into the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim. This is a crucial testimony indeed. Defense. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim to his last rites? You need to shut the fuck up is what you gotta do. If Onedo went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Onedo was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Simon, why did you have to give that awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackwell, can't you give me something a little better to work with here? Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I am certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need to yourself. There's no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Domain expansion. Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you collude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more. Huh. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised. I'll remember this, you blackguard. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You half-boiled putrid egg yolk. Ew, I object to the notion that I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he stood on the side of the defense. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution. And who is this witness? The person who was with the Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She is another entertainer of the Tornado School, Miss Gairu Tornado. She's here. She's fucking here. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes! Please say your name and occupation, witness. Hello, everyone. I'm here to represent the Tornado School with the Twisty Twist Twist. And balloon! There you have it. A stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gairu Tornado. Just call me Gairu, sweetie. 1, 2... Okay. Fucking me as Edgeworth fucking putting my glasses on like... What a way to capture your audience's attention. I dare say I can't take my eyes off those balloons. Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Judgy, I'm so glad you liked my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please? Oh, she would be an easy entertainer on Twitch. Oh, absolutely. And please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Gairu. I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad. But Shisho would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. Never show sadness, smile, smile, smile with a twisty twist twist. I love her. And balloon! There you have it, one gorgeous cake. I see. I guess an entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. Is that a Rugrats reference? So a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do? Because fucking... I accept. Her balloon art's worse than a rock short... Fuck, how do you say this? I know what it is. I don't know how to pronounce it. Rorschach, right? Rorschach? I think that's how you pronounce it. Rorschach test. All I saw was a severed monster head. I mean, still very fucking impressive because she just made that shit easily. Gaidu, or Gaidu, you're obviously a balloon artist. So how did you come to be a member of a Rakugo school? Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the tornado school to be just like my daddy someday. I see. She would have an OnlyFans. I believe she would have an OnlyFans, 100%. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think she would have one, on real shit. My father and I owe so much to Shisho, or our master, but, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I'm like burping. But that Bucky Wet, ooh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done so as quickly as possible. Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss. And not only that, but you have more to say about Mr. Wet? Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason why he would say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how could he say that? This is a great scent. How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset. Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Gaido's balloons bias to your judgment. Mr. Wet hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember. It will be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Gaido, please share the truth with this court. Yes, Garo, your testimony, please. Alright, we got some Gaido testimony coming up. I wonder what her name is in Japanese, because they do have different names and like how they translate them. Before the what? Oh, before the murder was discovered. From 4 p.m. To a little after 4:20 p.m., when Shisho's body was found, Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Nato discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jugemu was barking like mad. Jugemu. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objections to this witness testimony? No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Samadhi. First you exercise me, now this. You need only do as you are instructed by the humble servant of the Holy Mother. We do not share the same religions. Don't shove that shit down my throat. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul. Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Samadhi, and I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Curianism. Go on. To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seems more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell. He doesn't even see you as an oh my god, he doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sextona. Well, I won't let I won't let either one of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness. I think she's been doing this prosecution attorney thing for 2 years now. I think she's supposed to be 19. Either 19 or 18 she is right now. I forgot. I hope you can make Prosecutor Samani see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. Oh, at least the judge is on our side for that. I'll allow you a cross-examination. You better strike while the iron is hot. Alright. Cross-examination. After this game, we literally just have 2 more games. No, 2 more games. Yeah, 2 more games, and it's the Greatest Attorney, and we are completely done with the Ace Attorney series. Press. Jugamu. That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. With a twist and twist, twist. And bloom. There you have it. My cute little Jugamu. He's kind of creepy looking. She does like making like these weird eye things. Oh, but he's a really, really good boy. And why was Jugamu barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we'd have a new suspect in this case. Now why was he barking again? Well, I remember, because it was time for me to feed him. So I went into his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? Nope. The door Nope, the door out into the yard was wide open. Would have seen if anybody went in the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please. How many times must I do this? Just stand by for that at this point. You saw what Gairu was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. Well, remember them now, please. Did Gairu go out into the yard? Yes, I remember now that she went to feed oh my god, Jugemu. Oh, he's a little kid pup. And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she was feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugemu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in the corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Includes additional info. Looks like Gairu was telling the truth. Your Honor, I like Gairu's last statement added to her testimony. As you wish, defense. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open, so I could keep watch on the dressing room. Backstage diagram.
Objection!
So, you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard. Is that correct? That's right. The door out in the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes 0 sense. Take a look at the diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. Please point out... Excuse me. Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony. This little part right here, right? Door connecting the hallway and the yard. I hope that's the door. Gary was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. Ah, I see. Yes, if the door to the yard was wide open, as Gary said, she would not be able to see the dressing room. It would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. No way! But even if there was admittedly a few moments Gairu was not keeping watch, how much would that really affect this case? It would greatly affect the case. From the spot Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Eek! Yo, relax, Athena! Gairu, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? Why did it make Athena, like, slam the table twice now? But I... Hide the fact. You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight. Right, witness? Well, I was so shocked by what happened, I was just confused, that's all. Even though she is trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she is being torn apart by grief. "34. Would." For her mind to be in the turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. I was like thinking about it, I was like, how old is she? To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely, her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. That's the man trying to pin someone the fuck so hard down, like bro. But it wasn't, that wasn't what I was trying to do. It is beyond your comprehension, defense. Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. You're such a dick. And if we asked the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this. Are you afraid to find out what that they think ill of you, or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with the keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. This man he doesn't fight alone. He fights dirty. He fights with like a lot of people is what the whole thing is, and he's trying to fucking psych people out with their mindset. No, I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Samadhi? But people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong. I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. So intense. I feel so alone up here, fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? It is a little... Does this show how old Athena is here? Nah. I was hoping to see the age of Athena, because I'm like, I think she's supposed to be 18 or 19 here. Oh. Missed out on that one little text dialogue. It's ludicrous to come to a trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. Another chicken joke, I think. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. She's like, please. But I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwood and Gyro's testimonies. Even now, you would continue to resist. You just want to bitch out and get a free win on this for no reason. You are childish in defeat as well. Like, why are you so hard-pressed that you have to, like, make the first possible suspect the one to be, like, you know, at fault? And then when you get proven wrong, you're like, alright, you win. Like, no, like, fuck you. I hate somebody so much because of it's just this attitude. I'm not out for the I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. Despite your posturing, it is not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment. With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. What the fuck, are you Junko now all of a sudden? A little push such as with this piece of conclusive evidence. Conclusive evidence, huh? That's correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Wet. Look at these Japanese playing cards known as Karuta, lined up on the table. These special English version Karuta cards spell out a message. A message, Wet number 4. I'm sorry, I'm just so, like, annoyed by this, by Samadhi. Samadhi has brought in so many times to just bring up something stupid, or just something, like, that doesn't really mean conclusive evidence in a sense, and it's just like, fucking, do you, like, you're so smart, but at the same time not, like, dude. Like, you're smart in every other aspect, but as a prosecutor. Like, I hate you. You're like, you're so annoying, but like, also like, you're cool, and at the same time, you're not. It's like, dude. I hope somebody gets like something at the end of this, because I'm like, a redemption arc or something specific, like him just being like, I'm done with this. Wet number 4? You mean wet noodle number 4? Yes, wet noodle number 4. As the 4th head of chef of wet soba is also known. This message points to none other than the accused Bucky White. No! That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? You don't talk. Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh no, this is really, really bad. What do I do? What do I do? Phoenix will be like, ah, shit. Alright, time to turn this fucking shit around. Don't get me wrong, Athena's, like, yeah, get it. Like, Athena's, like, a good lawyer at times. But it's like, she still has, like, faults of, like, not believing in herself. We still carry on your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence. You can say whatever you want, but it is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound his suffering. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree? He's right. It's cruel. Bro, bad enough that the gallery from fucking Kurain is like hecklers off the bat. Like if you're in a comedy show and there's just hecklers there. He's bringing that shit here, and I'm like, bro, what? But I'm trying to prove Mr. Wet's innocence here. I know you can hear them, defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused's soul. It is time for you to let it go and move on, you inexperienced lawyer. You lack the competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here. Is he right? Is this too... Like, see, she doesn't believe in herself too much. Is this too much for me to handle on my own? Shut up. Now, defense, leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Thank you. Thank you, Blackwell. He's like, alright, fuck my prosecution title. We're doing this. Trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. Simon! What'd it do? I'm on the defensive side now, bitchhead. And you fop doodles in the gallery. Can a man watch a trial in peace? This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around. Does that prosecutor really think she can turn things around? Fucking shut up. The mood in this courtroom is starting to change. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing at the defense's bench? I grew bored of watching from the gallery. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to this spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I would be quite cross. You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin. Truly, what a fool you are. To think you were so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. What happened to qualified and capable Athena? Just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again. Huh. Then grit up your loins. Grit up your... Or gride? No, it's grid. No, grid would be R-I-D. Gride. Then gride up your loins and steel yourself for battle. I'm not grinding up anything in my skirt. But I am ready to get serious. It seems there's now yet another soul I must cast down into hell. I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. Ah, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black reverse panda. That is. Sounds dope! You shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule. They're like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life. What are you calling a panda? Sorry. I see that you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Gairu, thank you for your service. You may step down now. Okie dokie. Bye-bye, balloon. I love that she just has the hat, the cake, and the dog thing on her arm. Does everything have to be about balloons with her? Now then. Let's go. We saw Clown Girl. I have a witness prepared to testify about the Kuruta cards. And who is the witness this time? The first to discover the body, and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Unedo Tornado. The time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on. That one was a little funny. I'll give him that one. Very well. Let's bring in this witness then. The tornado ponytails. No, the fuck. Now I can't remember what he said, but it was funny. He's the villain. He's the one who killed him. Straight the fuck up. Just the eyebrows, the look, everything about him. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I am the Rakugo storyteller Onedo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words. Wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, that'd be a Raku no. Hee. Thank you, everybody. Good night. You can't leave yet. You've only just introduced yourself. Oh, my. Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment. This fucking guy. Ow. What do you think you're doing? No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan, after all. A fan for a fan. Nice one. Guys, stupid. I love him. Oh, why is it? Why, if it isn't Simon, how are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say? I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Unedo. Never perform in a place like this, you know? I got butterflies here, can't you see? Why do I always get the weird ones? Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand. Ah, I suppose you're right. In that case, I was promoted to Futatsume. No, it's Furasume. Furasume. Furasume, because it's a TUS, it's the stu. Or stu. Furasume. Yesterday, and received the stage name of Unedo. The show was our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing. And then that happened. Never dreamed something like that happened, not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho, too. Yeah, plus I'm worried about Gairu. The way she clung to Shisho. Poor thing, I told her to keep it a stiff upper lip. Stiff like rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisho will come scold you from the grave. I like his change of personality sometimes. But yeah, I think this man probably did it, for sure. Wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again. Anita, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage. Let us hear your testimony now, witness. Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt. Accused guilt. Chisho's dying message. Quick little savey save. Alright. Whoop. I do love that they gave Athena some spotlight. Because there's times where I think the last game they kind of gave it a halfway point of, like, they still kind of did this in this one, but I feel like she's more focused upon. Like in the other one, it was like Athena and Apollo. Like it was a duo that entire time. It wasn't just Athena. I think with this one, Athena is more focused. Like they keep the focus on her for sure. And that's what I like. Like, they're giving her an opportunity. Like, they're giving her, like, a time to shine. Like, they put the spotlight for sure. Even though Blackwell is with us, I think Blackwell's just gonna be like, you still have to fucking do this. I'm not the one who's gonna give you all the answers. You are on your own, technically, still. I'm just here to side with you on things. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cars were right there next to the stiff, you see. But, Hey now, enough with the silly puns already, hee. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. His hair just magically does that. I just realized that. Anyways, that was the Master's final message, left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple. Wasn't his style. Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed by the witness was absolutely splendid. But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And Onedo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say that the victim was drowning in soba broth? Isn't it, it's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. He was found with his face shoved in a bowl. Only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth for the noodles. Except we're not here to assume things, Onedo, so please stick to just the facts. My, it's so like a soba chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? And with the Kurata message he left behind, it's clearly Bucky Wet did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now, he's really pinning that on Bucky. With Gairu, it wasn't like, she was just like, I think it was him. And like, she's like, I only say this that, I only kind of have a vendetta against him because he kind of just comes at me yelling at me when it's just my perfume. It's like, I see the relation there with Gairu and Bucky easily. Onedo and Bucky right now, Bucky like Onedo's like kind of trying to pin this shit like hard on him, like he's trying to push it, like he's like no, it was him 100%. Look, he did it on some real shit. He did it, and it's like, bro, like, are you really trying to fucking like pin this on Bucky right now? Setting aside the issues of a murder weapon for now, that dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence. Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused. Even I gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else. Bucky used Soba for the deed. All to get back to Soba's shop deed. I love that he's on this like the stack of things to be like, you know, centered. This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something. That's his conclusive evidence. What a farce. What do you mean, Simon? What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help. I did, and I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. Better listen carefully and try to see what he found. You know what I love about this game still? They keep this sound effect when the character's talking. That. Something about this specific sound is weirdly nostalgia. I remember playing Phoenix Wright. I didn't play it fully because I didn't, you know, I was not like that into it, but I did like the character's design and shit. Remember just kind of just randomly getting around to just Phoenix Wright as a kid, and I think it was on the DS that I remember playing someone's DS that they had the game, and I was like, oh, this is cool, I like this game. It's a lot of reading, but it's like you have to think, and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. And then the sound effect that's for it, it's just so good. Like it's very simplistic, but it's something that you just brought back to instantaneously, and I just love it. Enough of my old head type style thing right now. Taifu autopsy report.
Objection!
There's a contradiction in Nado's testimony. And would you care to explain where Miss Sykes? Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs. Ah, yes, it does say that, doesn't it? If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, It means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth. Well, what? This is the contradiction you notice, isn't it, Simon? Huh, not bad at all. I guess I like that her theme is very different compared to Apollo's and Phoenix's. Like, it's her theme. I guess I showed you. But if drowning in the soba broth wasn't the cause of death, then when was the victim's face thrust into that bowl? After. Ivan Tornado's face was thrust into the bowl after his murder. Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs. His head must have been placed in the bowl after he was killed. You know what I noticed? Look at the cards. They're rearranged. The ones that are white should be out of the fucking... like, getting out on the outside of the broth right there. While the ones on the inside are the ones to be, like, you know... should be, like, lined up. That's when the soba broth must have been spilled onto the Kuroda cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined the cards up as he was drowning. I see. So it was done after he was already dead. But why would the culprit do such a thing? I'm afraid I don't know yet. To pin the blame, you fuck. The Kuroda cards are added to the court record. Huh. You boost of Sila... Your what? You boost or boast? No, it's boot. No, boost would be 00. You boast of... I don't think I'm saying that right, but whatever. Of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. You also can't be a prosecutor, because you truly don't know how to fucking be a prosecutor. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity. It's absurd that you're a prosecutor, at least here. Somebody, you want to be a prosecutor? Go back to Kurain on some real shit, because that's where you would be excelling as a prosecutor. Here, in I guess the States, I think this is where the locations are. Here in the States, though, it ain't gonna work like that, Chief. Well, I suppose you know why. Of course, desecrating the body in that manner indicates a strong sense of anonymity on the part of a petitioner. Yes, it does make sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim. Feelings of resentment over the theft of a soba shop deed, no doubt. Just great. Now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression of Bucky. Must you come undone at every juncture? Must you come undone at every juncture? Yeah. If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Tornado's body, you'd think they would have honestly failed to notice a dying message. Good point. The cards were right in front of his body after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh? Ah, but was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stormed out of that room?
Silence.
Never mind that. I have something more important to ask Unedo. Me? You saw the Kuroda cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I wish to know. Well, those cards are from Chiso's special Soba scenes of Tokyo Pass set. Each card is related in some way to Soba. Spare me the history lesson, just tell me how the cards looked at the scene and no more. Well, there was soba broth spilled all over them. That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Samadi, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly? I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. Yep. Had a feeling. Oh my, what delightful looking cards. Well. Tearing Prosecutor Sad Monk's conclusive evidence apart should be a breeze with this, huh? Don't tell me you haven't noticed. Don't be silly, of course I have. Not noticed anything. But I can't exactly say that I... now, can I? Okay. Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards? Well, go on then. Alright, it's do or die. All I have to do is study the picture and... these cards were rearranged. These cards were rearranged. But how can you tell? Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. Your answer is right in front of us. Where exactly should we be looking at? The sober broth stains. Please focus your attention on the sober broth stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the larger stain on the table. Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And please recall that the soba broth was spilled and got on the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl. Yes, go on. By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client. What? Then, if we put the cards back in their original positions, we can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing toward. That's true. Hook on. And what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that stains match up. Oh my god, actually. Let's see, where does this W card go? Oh, I got to select it. It's this one. Or not? Hello? Oh, I have to do it like this. Yep. Perfect. Okay, the H card is next. Let's see. Where does this H card originally belong to? Yes, now the E card. Perfect match. We. Let's see, where does the T card? This is kind of dope. I kind of like this. Kind of wish you could move the card around and then place it, but it's whatever. It's still somewhat of the same concept, but I still like the little mini game. I guess it would be considered a mini game. Owen 4th. What?
Take that!
Okay. Let me do a quick save here. The face fucking Athena has right there. she was like, wait. So the message, wheat number 4, was originally supposed to be Owen 4th. And the original messages are a clue to the identity of the true culprit. What? Huh. That indignant look on Prosecutor Sadmonk's face is positively priceless. This is absurd. Owen 4th. Who was Owen 4th? Order in the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye. Now we got the correct one. Owen 4th. So now that that's settled, what does Owen 4th mean? Oh, wait, am I? Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you. But I hadn't thought it's that far yet. Change the cards around all you like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as you are, defense. You can't even say that either, though, because this still elaborates to what the cards are mixed up and who, like, what can Owen 4th mean, really. So the spring chick that fancies itself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth. I have to do something, but what? Know your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there. Oh, right, that's a good idea. Come on, Athena, get a hold of yourself. Unedo, does the phrase Owen 4th mean anything to you? No, there's no one named Owen in the Tornado family, or our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anybody you like. Can't be serious. Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have an, as expected, a turn up anything. Whoa. Had a stroke there. I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen 4th is, either. But the fact remains that the cards were rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Wet. That is, it's in itself proves that the defendant isn't the real culprit. Prosecutor Blackwell's right. Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather who rearranged the cards. Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew? Sorry. In any case, there were two opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Unedo discovered the body. Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards? Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart. Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Even a mere 2 or 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up to some devilry. So what exactly were you doing in there, Unedo? Sip sip. Put down the tea and spit out your answer. Mr. Prosecutor, what's a guy supposed to do at a time like this? Fence is more pressing than diamonds. Witness, therefore, you need only stay silent. The fence is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue. Oh, I see. So that's what you're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I decided not to say another word. Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law. Well, Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share? Oh, I love that Blackwell just starts laughing. Oh shit, there was more to that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mouse, thank you. Did you hear that, Saixono? A Rakugo artist who's afraid to speak. Who's ever heard of such a thing? Are you trying to taunt him into talking? Such a petty trick will never work. That's right. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, it's not your job to tell your tales if there is an audience to listen. Even so, I have the right to refuse the answer. The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right, people of the gallery? Ooh. He's using Samadhi's trick. That's... Yo, I love Blackwell. He's so dope. He wasn't even... Did I hate him in the last game? I think I was like... I didn't have a problem with Samadhi. I was realizing his what was going on with him the entire time. Like, I was starting to see his character develop as the story went on. I was like, yo, shit, I like Blackwell. Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk. If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend. Are you saying I should quit? Because I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'll have you know. Oh no, never mind what I just said. It is scary to talk. It's absolutely terrifying. But no, as a Rococo artist, I must talk. If I don't, how can I ever show my face on stage again? Your Honor, I'm ready to testify. He did it. He managed to convince Unedo with his power of suggestion technique. Bully for you, Unedo. There's a real Rakugo artist should be. Alright, the witness wishes to testify, then by all means, please do. To be turned by such an obvious ploy, what a man of weak spirit. It ain't gonna work how you want it to, Samadhi. It ain't gonna work. Watch me discover some sad truth about Samadhi, and this is why he's been so hardcore about all this shit. I'm gonna be like, damn. Damn. Just damn, that's it. In the dressing room. Oh, I forgot to save. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I do like that they are incorporating a little bit of Japanese here and there. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless. From what I could tell, there do not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony. Of course there aren't any, because I'm not trying to hide anything. Prosecutor Samadhi's right, I don't see anything inconsistent here either, but I did pick up some sort of faint discord in Uneda's heart. Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation. I disagree, Your Honor. I detected discord in the voice of the witness's heart. That's a clear indication that Onedo is facing some sort of inner turmoil. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Miss Sykes? Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session on this witness. Onedo, there's no need for you to submit to this so-called therapy. It's fine by me. I have nothing to hide. Bring it on. He's so tight. Be this fool. Why will you not listen to the guidance of this humble servant of the Holy Mother? Well, you see, the way you're acting, that's probably why. If the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problem, prosecutor. I'm one ear and in one ear and out the other. Seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, prosecutor Sad Monk. Just know this, Onedo. Your folly will surely earn you your divine retribution. Thanks, Simon. We're going to make the most of this opportunity you created for me. Just keep your wits about you. I will. Onedo, could you tell us again about what happened in the dressing room? Okay. Nada, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions. Something stranger with cheesy toaskin, you say? No, something strange with these emotions. How could you have heard something stranger with cheesy toaskin? I don't know. Maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears. Did he will the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for the bad joke? The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you. Bailiff, please bring the witness a few replacement cushions. Oh! So what was the unexpected thing you noticed? Oh, come on. His Honor said a few cushions, not a few dozen. Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes. Who's laughing? Focus, Athena. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't at least a bit shocked, Onedo. Don't you think that's a little odd? Is it, though? The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason Onedo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body is because he was zoned out. He knew about his master's death. Onedo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead. The spitting. I like Onedo. Onedo's pretty funny. I like him. What kind of thing is that to say? You got it all wrong. Oh, right. I just remember something. I thought Shisho was just sleeping when I first saw him. Okay, that's 50% accurate. Or 50% discordant. You thought he was sleeping. It sounds plausible, but... What made you think he was asleep? Well, he had his head and arms up on the table as if he were taking a nap. Oh, and one other thing. There was that note, too. A note? What note? Ah, he must be talking about this. Resting, do not disturb. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who would think Shisho was napping? That is a pretty reasonable assumption. You gotta be kidding me. Sorry. That's right, I saw this note, and so... That's why I thought Shisho was asleep. I want to change my testimony to include that statement. Alright, I'll run an update. Pinpoint anger on fifth statement. Benito, I noticed something funny in your emotions again. Funny, you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh, even with my emotions. I didn't mean that kind of funny, quite the opposite, actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden? What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I whacked my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness. Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe? Just a little bump on my little piggy. No big deal. It's embarrassing, really. Sounds more like he's hiding something. I'd better dig a bit deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Nato, but I'm afraid it's something we do need to look into. I didn't really see anything you could stub your toe on. The area around the dressing room door in this picture, but maybe there was something there at the time. Nato, what exactly did you stub your toe on? What an irrelevant question. You dishonor the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays. You will dishonor me. You dishonor the victim by not even letting me get to these details. You tell her, really. Sorry, I'm like trying to turn off my laptop because it turned on randomly. Really, who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this. Well, the thing is, even the most suitable of fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us in the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl at my way. There's really no trace left of what Nato stubbed his toe on by the door. What in the world might have been there then, but it's not there now? The TV, right? Please take a good look at the photo of the crime scene. Oh, you can see it being dragged. Yeah, I didn't realize that, no. You see it? This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room. Now you mention it, I do see traces of something getting dragged. The drag mark ends there at the TV. This implies that the TV was originated by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object the witness stubbed his toe on. Well, Nato, how about it? Yes, you're right. It was the TV. There you go. Okay, so that just gets updated. Then we got another little segment again. Okay. There, the noise level dropped again. Do a quick save so that way it doesn't freak out on me. Yep, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you? So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay, then let's try the tactic instead. Nato, why was the TV moved there? Shisho must have moved it so he could watch my routine. But what a place to put it. Right in the middle of a doorway like that. I didn't want to bump into again, so I put it back where it belonged. Performances on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV. That's right. It's a closed circuit monitor that shows the stage. A little bit of the crime scene report. Updated. Yep. I see. Now what? I can't find anything else out of this. Blah, blah, blah. I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. Simon, I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy. This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother. Sorry. I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here, but if that's what it takes to save the soba shop. Oi, Renato. Here's a curiosity for you. This table, the Saber Master Tornado is slumped over. It looks like it was moved. Did you happen to bump into it while you were moving the TV back? Oh my, yes, you're right. The TV hit the table and Shisho's body moved with a jolt. That's when I first realized that Shisho was dead. Oh, but how scared I was. I see, thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I'd wager you need to put the spurs to a NATO just like a little trifle longer. Right. Can't keep asking Simon to bail me out of this one. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. NATO, what you said just now about discovering your master's death, could you please describe all of that again for the court in detail? Alright. But before you do, let me just plug in the latest information. Alright. Statement 7. Okay. Called him from the outside, but he really didn't reply. This 4. This is the updated one. Boom. The 5th. The 6th. Oh, she shook. Pinpoint surprise. Okay. That's odd. So, I do save very often on these little sections because this does have a tendency to freeze in these, like, little parts. That's odd. After the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Nato, besides your master's death? What do you mean? What's more, you were even more surprised the second time than the first. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master? Search me. Your little thingy must have made a mistake.
Silence.
The girl is as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Now get to remembering, Nato, what was the thing that surprised you? That was a compliment, right? Well, Ooh, it's overloading now. No, we pushed him too hard, and now he's mentally all over the place. His emotions are completely out of control. Out of control. Care to explain how that's relevant? You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimony and their emotions, and those emotions. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high, making it hard to get a proper readings. That's how your Matrix program works. Fascinating. Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control. But it seems there's nothing ordinary about this this time. Probe the Kurata cards in 17 minutes. How do you probe again? Oh, this is just, it just has to happen. I knew it. What's got your knickers all in a bunch now? NATO has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this, ever. So how does one bring a situation like this back under control? I have to find the root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him. Oh! And that's why we save. It crashes on certain sections like that. Let me just close it right now before it closes on its own. Oh, never mind. Make sure the other program are also good, because sometimes it likes to. There's points where it crashes everything and just, you know, the game. But that's why I save in case of anything that happens like that. I was gonna save right after that too, but it went so fast. Spirit of Justice. And this is why we save often on Phoenix Wright, especially with Athena, because she has a problem with her games, or with her thing. At least for this. For my legitimate 3DS. Yes!
Nintendo, please don't come after me. I swear, I'm playing on a legit DS. Don't ask other people, please. I swear.
Yeah, let me skip through this a little bit.
Silence.
We're just skipping this segment past this, so that way I could get the save point from after that. There you go. We're here. I knew it, and then save. There you go. I'm glad they really added this feature. Oh, here you go. Oh, wow, I skipped on a lot. My bad. So how does one bring a situation like this back under control? I'll have to find the root cause of the tangled mess before I can treat him. And this is where I gave the tutorial thing. If I can identify what's causing the emotional rampage, then I can touch probe to dive in further. I need to point to what I think is the root cause and touch probe again. Though this process I can identify exactly what's causing Onedo so much distress. Through this process, my bad. And that will help bring his emotions back under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we? Alright, I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot. Time to look into the root cause of Onedo's rampaging emotions. The last statement, and then we'll talk about the Karate cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to get through this real quick. Karate cards, probe. And then let's just get to this little scene here. That's why we save a lot. Alright, I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Oh, I just read something. Don't try to deny it. You can't. Yo, I had to restart also, like, Streamlabs too, because it just hardcore crashed. When I try to restream before I closed it all, it just said, I have an error that I cannot fix for you right now. I'm like, what? And I just restarted it to see if it'll work. But, yeah, we're good now, I hope, question mark. Oh, right. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me. Is what was causing your distress. The Karate cards were causing your distress, yeah. Oh, I hope my stream's not lagging also. I didn't show that I have a frame drop, but yeah. And if the dying message was the cause of those feelings, then that means the phrase Owen Ford must mean something to you. There, noise level 0, finally. Dying message consists of 2 words, Owen and Forth. But neither of these 2 words have anything to do with this witness. This topic warrants no further argument. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection between Onedo and the message. For now. But what, excuse me. But why don't you wait and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory? I trust you've hit upon something, Athena. Yep, if my theory is right, we can finally solve this case of Onedo and the mysterious Owen Forth. Well, go on then. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. I like that this is going to be a shorter part of the stream. Now, please share your theory with the court, Miss Sykes. There was something puzzling to me about Onedo's out-of-control emotions just now. What time is it? Was this when I restarted the stream to do this thing? Let's see. Let me see. We'll go back. Yeah. All right. We're good. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. Oh, I'm not on the game. I had never seen that before and wondered how it could be possible. Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So, could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a Switch? Nintendo Switch. In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible. So that's it, is it? A bit unconventional, but I'll grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. Within the realm of psychology, I'm afraid you'll have to explain it for the old man up here on the bench. Me? Your Honor, my theory is that Onedo has multiple personalities. That's crazy. On some real shit? That's crazy. With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that Onedo has a dissociative identity disorder. What does that mean? Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. Multiple personality disorder, a preposterous proposition indeed. Would you not agree, witness? How did she know? How did she figure it out? There you go. I like that he at least admitted to it. How did she figure it out? Well, you see, when it comes to my device here, I had to kind of nitpick about a whole lot of things. I can't believe it. Let's see here. Hold up. Oh, Pukanka, of course. I can't believe it. I did it. I did it, Simon. I've read papers on it before, but to think that I'd see a case of it for myself. Blimey, Rakugo artists tell stories as different characters, but as different personalities. Hey, you, lawyer girl. You got a problem with us, huh? No, no problem at all. It's all very hard to believe, but now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities, could each of them please introduce themselves to this court? Onedo Tornado, as a Rakugo storyteller, as you know. Hello, everybody. Patches. The friendly jester here. Hehe. Kisagawa. Courtesan. And is that all of you? Yes, that is all of us. So there are 3 personalities in total. Onedo, Patches, and Kisagawa. Huh. Well, Simon, what do you think now? That you're one lucky duck. Just be glad they were dense enough to help you out. Can't you just straight up say I did great for a change? Huh. You appear to be quite proud of your self-defense, but all you have done is infringe upon the privacy of this witness. I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. Now that we know there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of the certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation. Oh, now I'm very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sykes? Knowing what we know about Onedo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense. Oh, the Kurata cards. Where are the cards? Oh, right here.
Take that!
The Kurata cards. That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Fort could have possibly meant. But now, with this new information about Onedo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Fort actually means a secret fourth personality of Onedo's, a personality named Owen? What? Conka! Onedo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with the dying message. No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether. We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out various Rakugo characters. If word of this got out, well, our reputation as a Rakugo artist would be tarnished, as would the Tornado name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members of the Tornado school. Really, there is no first person. But really, there is. Oh my god. But really, there is no fourth personality. It's just it's just three of us in here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the cards, does it? But I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards. Is prosecutor manager actually agreeing with us? However, it is not also possible that the accused killed Master Tornado. And then left the message in order to frame the witness. And upon noticing the cards, when he found the victim's body, Onedo rearranged them.
Silence.
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside of Tornado School knew about Onedo's multiple personalities. Onedo just finished saying so himself, and that is a true but on ultimate meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes. That's far too little time to commit murder, wouldn't you say? Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery? Ah, the spring chick memory of yours. Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony? Simon's testimony. Oh. Gaido escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rococo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. That's right, until just a few moments before Onedo entered the dressing room, Typho Tornado was confirmed to still be alive. No! No! Not only that, but Onedo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I have already confirmed with several audience members. Oh no! I also heard that his Rococo performance that day was a steaming pile of... Well, you get the picture. Yes, I'm afraid so. Really stunk up the stage, I did, hee. And yet I have a perfect alibi. Indeed, why not land a coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi, witness? Okie dokie, Smokey. Okie dokie, Smokey. That's a good one. I like that one. Don't freeze, please, I beg of you. It did it for a moment. I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge bust. Not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Onedo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Well, get this, Prosecutor Samari. The Wright Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. How about you, bro? Allow me to say it once more. I'll never giving up. Let it go and never. This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your words of convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will. Oh no! Anything but this! Domain expansion. Ah! What's the big idea, Prosecutor Samadi? That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed? As if. In that case, you must require another dose. Not bloody likely. I don't give two flips about your beliefs. But if Sykes Donor were to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat good soba anymore. That's right. For Mr. Wet's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach. I will never give up. You will rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you. My stomach is diabolical. Somebody, you're picking on a 19-year-old. I hope you know that. 19, 18. She's one of those two. I think she's 18, but I think Pearl is supposed to be 19 and Trucy is supposed to be 17. She's in between the two of them, I believe. Alright, let's see here. Press on third statement. 3. Performance with a huge buzz. Not a single soul laughed. Do you have any idea what went wrong? I'm not sure it was my performance or it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time. I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more. What Onedo performed. Could you tell me what Rakugo story you performed? I could, but I'm not sure it would mean anything to the uninitiated. Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me? Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Time Soba, huh? Maybe Onedo's right. He's only said that name of the routine and I'm already lost. Ah, so you performed Time Soba, did you? What? You know it, Prosecutor Samadi? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. Simon, what's Time Soba about? Look it up yourself. Allow me to give you an overview. The story takes place on the winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. How you doing, sir? What can I get you? I see you got seaweed top... Excuse me, I'll have a bowl of shimpoko and a good man... Okay, he's just telling me, sorry. Nothing a bowl of noodles, so soup of a warm soul. You know it, sir. One shimpoko. The husband's not great, sir. That's so. Well, that's great because things can only get better from here, right? Wow, prosecutor. The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So much I owe you. This is the 16-1. I see. Sorry, but coins on your palm is the hand of your... Okay, this is the whole story. What time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks. And bye. Very well done, Prosecutor Samadi. That was excellent. Huh. I don't get it. What was so funny about that? Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then, just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9. Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10. Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of one mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on that as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Oh, I'm sure Prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it for another after count. So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time soba is such a well-known staple of Rakugo. Fine, so you studied a lot. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sadmonk. I wanted to hear a little more, but I suppose it is off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sykes, the witness stated that the story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony? Should I have this added to his testimony? Yes. Sorry, I was confused with where I was. Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to have it added. Very well. Minato, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed? Odd? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it. But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think it's odd. We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, Defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Samadi. The reason being it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Minato, do you know what this is? No, what is it? This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Soul was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. No. Minato, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do? Well, you see, the reason for that is... How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right. I was just a little joke, you see. I was trying to surprise Shisho by performing his routine before he did. I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or... Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soul coming from the dressing room during Oneida's performance on stage? Seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be? What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay. Stop comparing me to birds. Then cease the bird brain timidity. Oh yeah. Timidity. Whatever. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out up for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance. Okay, okay. Please also hold back on your statements. They're kind of weird. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. Looks like Oneida's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about this case. Are you referring to the Soba bill the man tried to skimp on the witness's story? I'm talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Oneida may have been trying to deceive us about was the cause of the victim's death, the time of the victim's death. Oneida tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. What? Oh. What gibberish? Prosecutor Blackwell had even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know. But he only testified that way because he and Gairu had been completely taken in. You mean by the Soba Bill thing? Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor? I was deceived. I was deceived? Pray tell how did Oneida manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room. Oh, and what might that be? The prop Oneida used was... the TV! The TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Oneida doing? He was performing time solo. Blast! He was performing time solo. Blast! Could it be? I said it better this time, the line. Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Gairu heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Oneida's performance as heard through the TV's monitor speakers. What? With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside. And because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform Time Soba, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time rehearsing. Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong... Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado? With the doors in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to, but because I heard Time Soba, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game. All of that is mere conjecture. Where's your proof, Defense? Onedo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Onedo's actions that's suspicious, and that is the fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know? I believe that this time it was intentional, because Onedo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Oh my! Yips! It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu heard was due to Onedo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Onedo could have killed Master Tenodo himself! We've got you by the stones now, Onedo, so you better confess everything. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? We demand an explanation. Onedo! I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. Okay, he's saying he tampered with the crime scene. Why is my hands getting clammy on this game? The defense claimed that Onedo Tenedo is the true murderer in this case. If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect. Now wait just 1 minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho. Then why did you tamper with the crime scene? I refuse to answer that question. What? If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? Let me do a quick save. We hadn't been saved in a minute, so that's why I'm like, let me do it now. Onedo had absolutely no reason to murder Taifu Tornado. After all, why would Onedo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him? Oh! Well, his motive was, can't think of a single thing. It appears you are also not aware of one another fact. And that is that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at the time? What? Nobody told me Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4 p.m. We were also discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you had made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. You really do not know what your client was doing during the time frame, do you? Literally everything was last minute. I have no say in this, though. It was all very sudden, and, why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon? Don't give me that look. And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the master before 4 p.m. either. The sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. Defense will stop squabbling in this instant. Sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutor Samadi, please continue. Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know of Soba making implements in the dressing room, correct? Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles? You speak of the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin and the special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. Precisely. These tools all come from the accused's soba shop. You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba making lesson, and that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused netted the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder. But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time? Alright, that man got... He has an advertisement on a skateboard, bro. Fucking... He's wicked, bro. Wet soba, you're kidding Kabuto when it comes to noodles. $6.90, I don't think that's a bad price. Oh my. Hi, Miss Chickadee. Hey, Asimi. The reason I went back is cause Master Tornado ordered uncooked noodles. Mr. Wet. Yesterday, I brought noodle making tools to the dressing room at around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles stock up on. Uncooked noodles to stock up on. Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. Whoa. I'm okay. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more. One serving of noodles in the fridge, but I thought the fridge was practically empty. The whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now. You ran into me and Gairu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? That's right, Simon. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodles. And you know what? He ignored me when I called to him from the inner doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages, so I got mad and went back to my soba shop. Ah, so that's why you got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer. I swear I'm telling the truth. Bailiff, quick! Get this man to the infirmary! Well, I dare say he's quite the... Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now into evidence. I believe the accuser's statement about going to the room at around 2 p.m. is true, but it falls within the victim's estimated time of death. That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information. Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statement are dubious and without proof. But they are the words of the defendant himself. Simon, back me up here. He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either. I understand the defense's feelings on the matter. This court is unable to accept anything other than the time of the defendant made his visit. Now what do? Because you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the Twilight Realm.
Silence.
What are you yammering on about, Prosecutor Sad Monk? We still have something we need to question Onedo about. We do? Like what? Well, don't just stand there. But we don't have any evidence left to present. Have you forgotten already? And there's still a hidden witness you have yet to question. A hidden witness? Oh, that's right! Your Honor, there's still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet. Oh? And what is this bit unfinished business? We haven't finished discussing the issue related to Onedo's alibi, the time soap store, Owen. To Onedo Owen. We still have to discuss the possibility of the fourth personality, the one named Owen. Are you suggesting that the fourth personality of Onedo's might be the true culprit? Jeez, not that again. I told you, we don't know anything about this Owen. Look, Onedo, I know you don't have a motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know. Come clean now, Onedo. You got another personality stashed away, haven't you? Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. Oh, the witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo, you tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Hee. Hey, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that's tantamount to perjury. You want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor witness. You will be tainted with his evil. Do you have any idea how dark and cold the prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent. What's this now? Changing horses in midstream, are you? Shut up! I will remain silent, and that's all. That's it. Patches, you fool! You stay out of this! Patches is not the brightest bulb in the box you call a noggin, is he? The fact that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent is proof that he does know about Owen. There it is again, Simon's formidable psychology manipulation tactic. I'm sure glad he's on my side today. You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor. You were leading the witness. Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to this to the defense's questioning. Your Honor, Onedo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen. I suppose only the witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well. I will allow the defense to proceed. Conka. He got anger issues. I think Athena needs to give him a therapy session on his anger issues. Like, what makes you angry? Why are you always angry? And he just goes like, well, it started with my father. And it's like, ah. I never met any personality named Owen. Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely notice it if a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture? Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities? Unless you can prove the existence of Owen, here it's all over. You best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack the testimony head on. Alright, well. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info, anything to drag Owen out into the open. About Owen. You never know with this game. Alright. I've never met any personality named Owen. Oh yeah, we read this. Now press. But what if, for some reason, you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen? What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean. I mean, you 3 share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the 3 of you are unaware or unconscious. Instead of speaking of it, instead of speaking as if this 4th personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first. Well, we already seen 3 personalities. A 4th wouldn't be a stretch. You dishonor the victim and his court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. Have you ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Samadi? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see 1, there are likely 30 in your home. I'm basing my theory on such premises. Comparing us to cockroaches, do we bug you that much, girlie? But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities became unconscious as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is really empty speculation. Don't be timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Unedo and the others unconscious. Simon's right, I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet? Let me rest. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles, I'm fresh like my soba and don't let soba dough rest. So all about 3 freshes. Grind the back wheat seeds fresh, cut dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. He's blacked out. Mr. Wet, falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I think I got it. Miss Sykes, do you have proof to back up your theory? Yes. Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here in this crime photo. It is. In that case, please point out what supports your theory. Oh, okay, I see. This is most likely the cause of a NATO losing conscious. This is probably what made Onedo lose consciousness. And yes, yes, the sake. And isn't it just like Master Tornado to pick a fine brand like Camel? Sake. Oh, you mean rice wine. Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. It's not even wine. Silly girl. I must agree, you need to become more cultured, Athena. Tomato. It's made... Why is tomato spelled that way? I hate this. It's made of rice and people get drunk from drinking it, right? It's called sake. End of story. Fine, sake. Sake it is then. Ay caramba. Everybody's so touchy about these things. Recall Master Tornado would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of the stuff can make one lose consciousness though, of course. And look, there are 2 glasses on the table. Onedo, I believe your master offered you some rice wine, I mean sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged. I drank sake. Well, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see, so yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun, but since we really dislike sake, we said no. Thank you to that. No thank you to that. Believe it or not, we're real weak with when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us out, or can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake. What? But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur, did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me. There was no trace of the witnesses having touched either of the glasses naturally. Right, of course. Ms. Sykes, would you like the witness statement added to the testimony? Here for the clussiest beaver. Gallo, hello delayed. You missed her. She was here like way early on. Next week she'll probably be more available. Yes, please, Your Honor. Very well. I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any. Percent tofu's notes.
Objection!
This shows what, most likely, made Onedo lose consciousness. That note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child, or perhaps a bit peckish? I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at the paper... Sorry. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? Fuck. What exactly is your point, defense? The faint design here reminds me of the paper from... that, over there. Yep, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on the box of manju buns by the victim on the floor. Onedo, you may not have drunk any sake. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be drank, but whatever. But you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right? Well, yes, that's right. I don't know if you are aware of it or not, Onedo. But I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious. The bean bun, but how? Because these buns contain a secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that. A punchy secret ingredient. Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room. It does. The bottle of sake. Yeah, the sake bottle. Like, are we not seeing this? Like, what's happening? The camel pattern is the same as the one on the Camel brand sake. Wow, discoveries. It's not like anyone can just look at the photo and notice it. So just as Onedo said, he didn't drink any sake per se, but he did eat some. Impossible. Onedo had a Camel brand red bean bun, which boosts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients. So the defense is claiming that Onedo passed out after consuming a Camel sweet bun, which allowed a 4th personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming. But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic content of the buns evaporate as they are steamed? In order to give them a stronger flavor, some manjus are specifically made to retain as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of lightweight do you think I am? You literally said you can't hold your drinks. Even I couldn't pass up from eating a simple manju. Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor? Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test. Thank you, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some camel manju on the double. And don't forget to get me one too, okay? Why must I? And while you're at it, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will get one for me as well. I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. Ah, there's his ego. But just this once, I'll acquise. Taka, I'm counting on you. Here's the money. He just gives him the money on his claw. And all you had better be paid back. But I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackwell. What a shame. Now then, let us adjourn until the manju arrive by Carrier Hawk. Literally. Court will reconvene as soon as Taka returns. Fucking. The Falcon just being here is the best thing. May 13th, District Court, courtroom number 4. Right, here's the guy with the personality. What are the chances Virgil comes to in Fortnite and they add Yamato? I mean, if they add Virgil, they have to add Dante. And if they want to have, like, a pack, they'll have... Oh, man, this one's a hard choice. I want to say they'll have Dante, Virgil, Nero, and Lady. But they might choose Trish only because she was in the first game. And then, because if they add Lady, then they're favoring over 3 at that point. Dante will probably get DMC Dante, or DMC 3 Dante, and probably DMC 5 Dante. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because they normally do go from off base of, like, either iconic moments or whatever's recent. So they might choose 5 and fucking 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm dropping another frame for fuck's sake. I don't know what my issue is with my frames today. I'm not even willing to, like, test it. This might be a short stream today too, only due to the fact that you know. Yeah. I didn't even do my intro for YouTube right here. Hey YouTube. You might have just randomly come into a conversation of me and Sly talking about Fortnite. But other than that, this is where I'm now, or I shifted into the next part of Phoenix Wright for this trial. So, hi, how you doing? There's rumors about 2B being added to. Dude, I'm already fucking dying. They added 2B and 9S into fucking, what's it called? Foam Stars recently? And I'm like, shit. That's on PlayStation only, though. I kind of wish Foam Stars was on PC. Then that way I would have more chancing. You believe this guy's streaming in your platform and forgetting to say hi? I'll stream it on YouTube. Listen, I said hi in the beginning, but then I realized, like, oh, wait, I have to do it when we're transitioning to here, because I'm cutting it from last stream of this trial into this trial. So that way it's not like it's split up in 2 and I can just put it all together. I think that's what I'm gonna do for this game mostly, in the previous game as well. That way, so like I thought of that now too, like not now, but like the last time I said that. Let's get back into the game. We talked about Fortnite for too much. All right, now that the sweet buns have arrived, this court is back in session. Go on, oh my God, Unedo. Unedo. Eat up. Nice flavor. You can really taste the sake. That was delicious. Yes, unique sweetness and a faint aroma of sake. Oh, right, this is how we're proving to see if he has the fourth personality or not. Yeah, I hardly think that anyone could pass out from eating something like this. What's the matter, Unedo? You're not afraid of a tiny manju, are you? I'm fucking cooked. I felt that. Or are you scared of how many calories it has? Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly. I mean, it could never. Less belating, more eating, witness. Hey, happy GPT mid-test, bro. Damn. Fine, whatever. Oh, man. See, I told you. That don't affect me in the slightest. We might be a lightweight, but come on. Nobody's that light. Hehe. Seriously, nobody gets drunk off of one little bun. This is where it reveals the fourth. So who's the fourth? Looks like it worked. Oh my witness, please tell the court your name and occupation. Oh, sniffle. Excuse me. Is the audio low or is it just, I think it's just me that has this audio low. My name is Owen. I'm 5. Bless you, thank you. You're 5 years old. Am I in trouble? Please don't yell at me. So he's Onedo's fourth personality. Okay. I hardly think a child like him could have a motive to murder the victim. And even if he had a motive, could he have actually committed the murder? That's a very good point. Owen does appear to be a very timid and weak. Oh. Seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. Guess what I forgot? My fucking cheat sheet guide. Because your boy needs cheat sheets. So why is this like so massive and big? Ayo. There you go. Fix the sides. Alright, here you go. Oh my eye. But now that he is standing here before us, it is clear that none of Unedo's personalities can be the killer. Eek! Where can I even go from here? Shisho. Owen, do you know something about what happened to your master? Ooh. Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened? What a scary lady. I'm not scary. Look at Auntie's big smile. I like that she just calls herself Auntie at this point. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Okay. Shisho was super nice. He always played with me. Just like a real grandpa. I love Shisho. Athena, do you sense anything behind his words? This is sadness. Sadness so pure it's heart-rendering, but no discord. Professor Samari is right. Owen isn't the killer. But then, don't you find it odd? Find what odd? Let's review what we've learned so far. Unedo rearranged the Kurata cards to pin the blame on Bucky. Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. But Owen is only 5 years old and absolutely adores Master Tenedo. Exactly. The other 3 personalities also have no motive for murder. If Owen isn't a true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards probably wouldn't have been Master Tenedo, so then who did it? Defense? Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out? Yes, Your Honor, I now know who it was that first laid out the Kurata cards. But I thought it was the victim, right? No, Your Honor. I don't believe it was. The one who first arranged the Kurata cards on the table was none other than... I don't even fucking know. The true killer. Fucking of course. I believe the person who laid the cards out is the very person who killed Typhoon Tornado. What utter bullshit are you talking about? He just fucking comes out of nowhere with that? I thought Blackwell was, Kaneki, bro. Still black and white. How quickly you move on to a new target when your Owen theory proves false. Pokonka. Pokonken? I don't know what a Pokonken is, but I know I am definitely not one. Before you start with the sermons, why don't you hear me out? Yes, let's hear the defense's reasoning. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. But if you are bluffing, I won't go easy on you. I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the Kurata cards name when the scene was discovered? Let's see. I believe they implicated the defendant, Bucky Wheat. That's right. But Dan found out that the message originally read Owen 4th. Which implicated the young boy Owen. Exactly, and then the person who rearranged the card was undoubtedly Unedo. Unedo may have kept silent, but we can be sure he already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene using the TV all but proves it. I confess, I tampered with the crime scene. A little bit of... Literally, this is where we can use flashbacks, because I have literally no knowledge of what happened like 2 weeks ago. The reason Onedo arranged the Kurata card and moved the TV was because my controller was slightly moved, and it just desynced. Why? Why you do this? He saw the Owen 4th message and was convinced Owen had committed the crime. Why not, Prosecutor Blackwell? It would seem that Owen and the other 3 personalities don't share the same memories. But really, there is no 4th personality, it's just the 3 of us in here. Who's the 4th? Tornado feared that Owen had killed Master Tornado, so he tried to hide Owen from us. Ooh. Poor child. It turns out, Owen is but a 5-year-old child incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master. So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And this somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen. But see, that does make sense. This is not but conjecture composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who then do you maintain murdered the victim? I believe Owen might know something about that. I refuse to allow such impromptu testimony, and from a 5-year-old no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coherent. But you're your desperation is disgraceful. You should realize when it is time to let go and shut the fuck up. I saw it. I saw Cecil getting... Owen! You do know something, don't you? Yeah. Oh my, is this true? If so, we must have Owen testify immediately. Don't you agree, Prosecutor Samadi? Yeah, bitch. Yeah! Bite your tongue! It's alright, Owen. Go ahead and tell us what you saw, what you know. Alright, this is the testimony part. Let me, save. I forget that this is the game that loves to crash. I really hope when I get to the Pokemon games on this, it doesn't crash as often as it did for Phoenix Wright. Shizu was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shizu's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out. This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder. Owen, can you tell us anything else about what you saw? I was so scared. Oh, so scared. Sniffle. Owen! His emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him. Is he alright? His emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him. I recommend a therapy session right away. I see, yes. Please do whatever you can to help the poor boy. Will do, Your Honor. Better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions pronto. Pronto. Alright. Yeah, these are just all gonna be like crazy emotions on him. Shisha was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shisha's face, getting all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out. Sounds about right. Poor kid, he's absolutely terrified of something. Whatever it is, it might be the root cause of his out-of-control emotions. Better take another careful look at the images. Before you get into that, Athena, let's do another save, so that way this shit doesn't fuck up on me. Right?
Got it!
Yeah, blood was dripping down onto Shisho's face. Blood. I don't remember seeing any blood in the crime scene photos. Bro, I never felt so embarrassed. Like, I even had to lie and make up something on the spot. I have lies just in case, but this one was crazy. What the fuck are you on about? Besides, if the victim was standing upright, how could blood drip down onto his face? As I expected, all we managed to obtain from this child is a tale he dreamt up. Ugh. I guess it's a little weird for blood to drip onto the face, of victim's face if he was standing up. Unless it dripped down from the ceiling or something. What do you think, Simon? I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now, so who knows how accurate his memory is. Maybe it's time for that thing instead. What thing? That thing that you and your cohorts do. Fucking lie. No, just bluff. What? Why not just say the cashier took your phone to put the numbers in the thing? Whatever. I'm not indulging you. That thing that you and your cohorts do. What do you call it? Rotate your thinking about? Oh, you mean turn your thinking around. Yes, whatever. It's the same thing either way. No, it isn't. Who's ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is... Hey, wait a minute. What? You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate just might work perfectly after all. Come again? It's a long series of numbers, man. All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he saw his master, Owen must have been lying on the floor. Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder. What? That's the conclusion I arrived at when I rotated my thinking by 90 degrees. Which means that all the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees. And this means Master Tornado was also lying on the floor, which solves another mystery. And which mystery is that? The mystery of how blood could have been dripping on the victim's face. It becomes more easier to imagine how that could happen if he was lying down. Like someone bleeding onto Master Tornado from somewhere up above him. Bro, that caught me off guard. I remember now, somebody was sitting up on top of Shisho. Okay, 70 degrees. 70. I said 70 degrees. 70%. So trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. The victim was holding a knife, so he likely nicked his attacker as he was fighting back. This means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere. Like the forehead, perhaps. Assuming the victim and his attacker were face to face, then yes. I see, so that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not? He had that last week. Fuck it. That injury of Mr. Weeks is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder. Why? Why? Seems you have dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of. No. Even though I figured out the reason for Owen's out-of-control emotions, all I did was raise further suspicion against my own client. What do I do now? What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you? But it looks so bad for Bucky. I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead. Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on. I hate you and this fucking phrase that you keep using over and over. Well, Miss Sykes, I understand that you don't want to give up on your client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason. Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the signs point to the defendant's guilt. Maybe it's time she gave up. She tried everything she could. They really wanted to, like, include the gallery in this game because, man, do they just fucking yap, bro. I really, really don't want to back down, but...
Silence.
Thank you, Blackwell. Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence? I wouldn't say that. It's just... Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning? You mean you believe me, man? Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. That's what Phoenix does. It's pretty much what she has to do, like, to be like Phoenix. Were those just empty words? Of course not. It's just that all the cards are stacked up against us. Are you still stuck on that line of thinking? Oh my god. Motive, opportunity, and an injury to his forehead. Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client? Tell me again, who are you to Bucky? I'm an idiot sandwich? Just like, what? Blackwell's just gonna take it about like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm Miss Chickadee lawyer. Then do your duty and believe in him until the very end. I will. Sam's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer and he's depending on me. Fucking POV fucking getting grabbed by Blackwell though. Defense team, please, no fighting in my courtroom. The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackwell was just giving me a pep talk, that's all. Thank you, Prosecutor. Huh. I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of Weed Soba. Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to know the defense would like to know something. That's it. The defense would like to now continue with Owen's therapy session. Owen, would you be alright with that? Okay. So somebody was sitting up on top of Shisho, bleeding up from their head, and smushing something into Shisho's face. That's funny. What is it? I still hear discord in Owen's voice, but I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. And there don't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony either. Oh, wrong thing. But to actually do a quick save, because I think we're gonna go back into the thingamabobber. Ah, so that's it, huh? Did you figure something out? Your ability to sense emotion is making you focus too much on his feelings, Athena. But there's actually something he's been very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you should be able to move forward from there. Okay, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the Moon Matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. So I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about. She had blood on his face. Knife in his hand. He was on the floor and somebody was smushing something onto his face. Oh, I was like, I went over it.
Objection!
Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Whoa. My fucking chair decided to roll back on its own. Fortunately for us, I spied the murder weapon right here in the crime scene photo. Fortunately for you, I spied nothing of the sort. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either. Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see? You don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. This is what the killer pressed into Master Tornado's face. The Soba?
Take that!
I hope this is right. The person that Owen saw press Soba into the victim's face, thereby suffocating him. I grow weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate Soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face. Yes, I agree. What is this? It's from the back. I never like my phone being like dirty at all. I would instantly try to clean it in any way or form. Like I'll just be like looking for a napkin, put it on my pants, something like just to clean it. While I disagree, there is a way to the Soba could have been used to suffocate the victim. What? You will explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes. To kill Master Tornado, the culprit must have smothered him with uncooked soba noodles. No, uncut soba dough. Yes, that. The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough. Yes. Order in the court. Yeah, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it? My man's like, I'm trying to find some peace right now, and I am not with it. Are you alright, Prosecutor somebody? I don't know how I can't share that sentiment. Like, for me, if my phone was like greasy or whatever, right? If they told me that, I wouldn't be embarrassed. If anything, I'll just be like, ah, fuck, damn, now I gotta clean it. Like, I'll be like annoyed or like disgusted. Not really disgusted, but you know what I mean. Pretty much like, I gotta clean my phone now, so there's like a tedious task to do, even though it's so simple. So I don't know where you're getting this like feeling of embarrassment. So I could literally not relate to you on what the issue is. But that's just me. I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice thanks to the foolish lawyer before me. What are you talking about? Allow me to surmise your statements. Summarize. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles. Why you smarmy? Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into a bowl of soba noodles and broth to wash off the blood and had dripped onto the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind the foul affair. I am tired of Samadhi, bro. Now wait just a minute. I never once said that Mr. Wheat was the culprit. Who but the accused knows how to cut dough into noodles, defense? By Professor. Wow, that's a very good point, Prosecutor Somebody. That's good. You got 25 out of 25. Heard that cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. But then, what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant wouldn't have known about Onedo's Owen's personality. Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards, and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled Owen's name in jest sometime before his murder. You said our age. I'm like, aren't you like several years younger than me? He's like 3 years younger than me at best. That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tornado cared for the boy. It appears we've arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all of these points paint a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt. Owen, is there anything else you can tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail, anything will do. You're scaring me. Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. I have to be gentler with him. I can't forget he's only 5 years old. No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember. Well, when I woke up, the person who killed Chisho was standing over me, bleeding from their head. Owen? You saw the killer's face? Oops, I did it again. So who was it, Owen? Do you remember? I don't know who it was. I'm picking up some noise. It means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony. Nice. I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we are analyzing the dreams of a child. You wasted enough of our time, defense. Let it go and move on. I have enough of mine to smack you. Just Athena just says that to him. No, there's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I can't give in here. Owen, do you think you can continue your testimony for us? Okay. Right, I need some information, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. By the way, if I'm dropping frames or if the stream is hella delayed, I think I might know what the issue is. It might be something happening in the living room that's causing it to drop my internet speed, I guess, or some shit like that I could say. So, until further notice, it's not gonna be, it's just, the stream is gonna be delayed. I'll enter the new info and run an update then. YouTube is just chilling. YouTube is just gonna have this coherently. Let's just gonna keep going. She had blood in his face and oh, let me see. The soba, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinpoint happiness. Oh, and this mission is inconsistent with your statement. Huh? What does that mean? Let's see. Oh, didn't read it. It means your feelings of what you said don't match each other. You mean I did something bad? No, that's not what I'm sorry, really. I'll try to be a good boy from now on, honest. Oh boy, I'm not getting anywhere here. Maybe I'm the one who did something wrong. I better rethink it. Did I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I... Oh, my dumbass. I thought the happiness was the yellow one. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I did something wrong here. Hold up. Alright. By witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief. The person the witness saw was no stranger, rather it was the accused. Therefore, it is only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more. Owen, who did you see? That nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume. There you go. It's the smell of You can do it. Try to remember, Owen. Ooh, the smell of Owen! Seems Owen is now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial. Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of the humble servant of the holy shop. The fuck up. That's the child words of were insufficient, so clear to accuse of suspicion. I'm tired of you. I'm so tired of you, somebody. Like, I'm real tired of you, bro. You lost twice to this whole fucking agency of Apollo, Phoenix, and now you're losing to Athena, and you are just annoying! What about the scent of perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that will lead us to the true culprit. There are thousands of perfumes in the world. It could even be the scent of the hair product the accused uses. He does have an amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible. The witness is a 5-year-old boy. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products. Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky? What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other. Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that? And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused Bucky Wheat. I know I'm always right for real. What the? What it do, baby boobs? Hey, hey, hey. That's good, Bucky. Never use hair products or anything with the smell. If I wore something like that, it smell get into the soba. Oh, right, okay, so this is where it connects to this perfume thing, because he mentioned this, like, the last time we played. Check it! Fucking does an ollie. Does a kickflip in the middle of delivering fucking sobas. Mr. Wheat, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary? Whatever. Fucking, hey, aren't you supposed to be, like, resting? Whatever! Like, that's... No! You think I'd let my soba stink of perfume? Try that chilled soba for yourself and see! Ah, son of a bitch. I moved because I was being aggressive. I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes, of course. About that, Judge. Fuck it, we ball while drunk. Well, self-promoting in court. I mean, he's all about it, bro. He's all about his fucking business. Now then, let's dig in, shall we? Yes. Slurp the soba. Slurp. I think the only time I'll be accepting anything close to ASMR is you slurping noodles or soba. Apparently, that's good manners in Japan. If, like, you are slurping the food, because that indicates to the chef that you're enjoying the food a lot. So if, like, you're not slurping, he'll kind of find that rude or some shit like that. That was delightful. Well, I'm satisfied that there are no traces of hair products or perfumes in Mr. Wheat's soba. First sweet bean buns and now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been. This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Korean, called banapun. I probably didn't say that right, and I'm sorry. Chilled soba, $6.80, everybody. $6.80. Let's go. What the thing, Miss Chickadee? My soba is pretty good, isn't it? It's delicious. Don't you think so, Simon? It still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine. Dimey, why you always gotta be so hard on me? Up! Time to go! Bailiff, take the defendant back to the infirmary at once for some rest. Rest? The fuck I look like going rest? Hey, I ain't a love plain old weedy udon dough, you know? I'm fresh like my soba. Don't you like soba dough rest? You don't let soba dough rest. It's about the 3 freshes of soba. Grind the seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. There he goes. How the fuck is this man still so intoxicated? It's been like hours. Good grief, what a defendant. At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, smelly perfume? Looks like you remember something. Yes, I remembered this about a minute ago, but Athena just remembered now. The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody. Oh, and who might that be? There's only one person that comes to mind. It's the Clotty! Gyro Tornado. Yeah, she did smell very nice, didn't she? The victim is guilty, and I'd like to give a shout out to my restaurant. Not even the victim, it's him himself who's the defendant. Your Honor, before you say I'm guilty or not, try my soba. Real quick! Just a moment, defense. You would throw suspicion on Gyro now because of a scent. Your Honor, there is no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense. It's cause you're gonna fucking lose somebody! Fuck you! I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent. But Gyro could have been at the crime scene. Yes, but... Make your decision on some serious shit. You'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand. How vulgar. His Honor is not interested in such things. Setting the matter of her balloons aside entirely. Booba, respectfully. Yo! If the judge just said, Booba, respectfully, and then just went on with it, I do believe it's appropriate to ask Gyro some questions given the circumstances. It has nothing to do with her balloons, of course. Thank you, Your Honor. Conka. Yes, Your Honor. I'm guilty for making killer soba. Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tornado School of Rokago back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gyro Tornado. I do. 1, 2, balloon. There she goes again with that. Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm coming down with that clussy fever. I have to do it once at least. What wonderful balloon artistry. Your Honor, please. Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time? Actually, I called you back for more testimony. But I'm all talked out. This case has left me completely deflated. Shh. Funny. Funny. What? You didn't find that funny? I did. I literally said funny. Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon? It seems the person who murdered Master Tornado was wearing perfume. And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume. Wait, you mean I'm a suspect now? Possibly. Gyro, you knew about Owen, right? Well, yes, I often played with him at Cecil's request. So that means you could have left a fake dying message, right? What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen? You think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you? The witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. Smash, next question. Real. It's outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman. That's right. You don't even have any proof. You may step down from the stand, Gyro. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. I mean, by this point, you would guess in the beginning. But like at this point, it's kind of starting to establish of Gairu being the killer. Wait just 1 minute. May not have proof, but Owen says someone is still. Enough! Please feel free to leave, Gairu. But I'm so close, there must be something I can do. Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence.
Indictor. Oi, Gairu. You're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through? It's a little good expression of her. There's a bandage on Kairu's forehead. And since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere, impossible. How did you know, Simon? I didn't, but I had to take a chance to see for myself. For highest am speaking or something, I don't know. Bro talk. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation. There she goes with a dumbbell slamming down. Your Honor, Prosecutor Samadhi, the scent of perfume and an injury on the forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, fuck you, Samadhi. On some real shit. If she just went, in short, eat shit, Samadhi. Fucking eat shit. Like she's like, fucking do it. The mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Gairu. Oh, Hayase or some shit like that. Yeah. I don't know if that's how you spell his name though. I don't even know if it's Hayase. I'm not gonna lie either. It's Sykes. He also doesn't. He's very polite. He doesn't like. He isn't aggressive. Does this mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of Typhoon Tornado? Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. Simon, what price is he talking about? I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmonk is saying he'll see to it you never stand in court of law again. I must say though, he knows how to make a trial interesting. Just whose side are you on, Simon? Go on then, into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway. Miss X, I'm waiting. With regards to the witness Gairu Tornado, the defense wishes to indict her. There's no reason for me to hold back, not if I really believe in my client. And this game gets invested in your story and how you portray it. What do you mean? I'm so lost. Defense wishes to formally indict Gairu Tornado for the murder of Typhoon Tornado. You're the killer in this game for real. I have tried to be merciful, but now not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You have been nothing but merciful, but just a fucking thorn in my side. I think out of all prosecutors to face in like all fucking Phoenix Wright games, Samadhi is like the worst. And it's like, I want to know his fucking backstory, which will probably come next fucking plotline. Because honestly, it's just, Samadhi, the fuck is your deal? The fuck is up your ass? And the fuck are you a prosecutor for? Because originally your father is a fucking defense lawyer. So what is your fucking problem? Like, honestly. You have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wheat. It was Gairu Tornado. Wood. That bandage is just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday, that's all. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead? Well, what can I say? That's what happened. You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 PM, do you, Gairu? But I really didn't know anything was wrong with him until Shisho was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist. And Bloom, there you have it, an adorable little kitty. The eyes are freaky. How could you suspect a cutesy little balloon artist like me? Garu, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art? Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it. I mean, let's be honest, Athena, the balloon art is kind of crazy how she's making them. Oh, it's some real shit. Even, yes, they are a little bit creepy, but still, they look sick. I'm the daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. But Shisho told me to do balloon art instead. I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. You're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me. Please start trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony shared these two traits. You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you, with a twisty twist. Oh, she like to go some of them. Oh, I'm gonna cut you, witch! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Go ahead and make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Oh my! Is this yet another hidden personality? Simon, is everybody in this tornado school like this? How should I know? I don't know. You fucking know them more than I would. The attitude with the fucking balloon sword is so fucking funny. Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shiso and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shiso left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb them, you know? The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited. Alright. So Guy was saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away. Don't take her at her word. Come on, do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened. Now that Miss X, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Hell yeah. Clussy goes crazy? Fucking Clussy's going wild. Girl with a fucking crazy look on her face? Say less. I'm signed up. That sounds so fucking dirty. Clussy? Yeah. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Press third statement. I saw that note she should left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know? I can say everything but Clussy. Where did you find your master's note? That is the funniest shit you've ever told me, bro. next to the anti-Riz statement you said before, I think those are my the two that you really just now have stated, where I get a tear out of my eye from laughing. I don't know. I can't remember. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of the place in the room? Well, there was a sake and a half-eaten manju on the table, but I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room either, though. Oh, is that a fact? Of course it is. What do you think? You didn't change anything around while you were in there. I didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room. Your bonus, I request that statement be added to the Gairu's testimony. Simon, what's a statement like that going to do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? It was like, I I love looking at your eyes because I get to see the reflection. Like, I get to see myself in the reflection. There was something like related to that. Yeah, like you change it up here and there, but it's something very similar to what you said. Present crime scene photo.
Objection!
That shit was so funny the first time you said that. I forgot what playthrough I was doing too for that. Girl, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. I feel like it was either a Dangan game or maybe Metal Gear. I'm not sure. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room. That's right. It was like a long time ago you said that. I think it was like a year ago now. That's right. What about it? Then I wonder who left that dying message with the Kurata cards. What are you going on about? It had to have been that Bucky. I think it was Dangan. Okay. Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Unedo's personality. Unedo, your master, and you. Eek! Bucky had left the Kurata message. He wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Unedo. What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tornado School, you, Gyro Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Biting into the balloon sword is crazy. Only because, one, it's not fucking deflating or popping. And it's like, you just want to pop that in your face? That's crazy. Will you ever quit your yapping? Oh shit, the yapping? You are like wrenches. You are like wrenches? Clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me. Allow you nothing. To cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way? He stopped the music. Silence, child. Playtime is over. What did you just say? As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Gyro to leave at once. Gyro, would you please relate said reason to the court? There was a reason why Gyro had to leave the dressing room. Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, because here it comes. Or... Hey, yo. Some hands. Your hand is swollen and red. What happened, Gyro? Hand reveal? Crazy. You must know I'm allergic to buckwheat. What? Well, wouldn't this prove her to be the culprit? Because if she knows she's allergic to buckwheat, she wouldn't touch it naturally. And then he was smothered with buckwheat, soba, uncut, or whatever the fuck it was. So wouldn't this just pin her? Like, what are we doing here? Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Gyro is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hands. There must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure and had been good night, and it'd be good night Gyro. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with a soba flour in the air, and certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either. But she has a reaction. Well, she did say she touched his chest, and probably, yeah, okay, I'll give it away. This isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. Huh. As if I would do anything so underhanded. You had been underhanded for most of our trials, you absolute prick. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah? Alright. So for those who don't know, I save a lot before these because this is when it usually crashes. Like in between the testimonies. But coming to the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. Jesus. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty trick. Now what do we do? There's only one thing to do. Put prosecutor Sad Monk to shame with your cross-examination. Right. No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. Cross-examination. By coming to the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. Press every statement, by the way. You're not lying about the soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can even get you a doctor's certificate if you want. She seems to be telling the truth. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember, but I never dreamt that in a million years it'd clear me of murder. And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot. Well said, Your Honor. I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soba making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you'd held your breath while doing it. Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Jeez, get a grip, will ya? Maybe there's a twist here, like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba. You kidding? Bring my little Jugemu in here, and I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy. Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. You're the man, Laura girl. All right, fine. I was just starting to think that the same thing ain't myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. Probably got this allergic reaction on my hand here, cause I touched Shisho. I have a question about that actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to noodle broth too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur. I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you? Look, anything that has soba in it, or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me. So, I just want to cover all the bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room? That is out of the question. But even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now. Yes, I have to agree. Events can't go around suggesting new premises without basis. Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Alright, we got everything out the way. Garu could not possibly commit this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. Whoa. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Off gets. There's only one thing to do. What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? Nope. Just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smile. I see you have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left for you left to you is to smile. I'm going to despawn in real life. Bet. Oh ho ho ho. That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Gairu, who is allergic to Soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Gairu could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Let me rush? Ha, maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, and don't let soba dough rest. That's all through freshness. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. He's blacked out. Appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisha was napping? You must know I'm allergic to buckwheat. Mandua! I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean, what if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Gairu could have committed this crime. No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts. You do whatever to get marks for my GPA. Right now I have a 3.59, which is good, but I want to make sure I can switch majors. Well, Miss X, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling. I have but one objection, Your Honor. True, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? The cussy. And we're just like, what? Somebody's like, what? And then Simon's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Got our facts wrong. What are you talking about now? Which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to this court. This evidence proves that Gairu could have killed her master even with her soba allergy. Type was no, right?
Take that!
Excuse me, I'm like burping. Good message to the little YouTubes. It's Master Tornado's note. The note? Preposterous! What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note. Its true meaning. This note does not mean I'm resting, do not disturb it as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena, that doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many a time, you don't let soba dough rest. What's all this jibber jabber got to do with anything? Jibber jabber is a good choice of words. I haven't heard that in a minute. On my midterm, because I bolstered it like this is daily lucky, I swear to God, it is. Look, the RNG chancing is crazy. I love that sendless thing is still going on. This is it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wheat's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was making udon noodles. The victim, Typho Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. Wakanka! That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. So actually, it was totally possible for Gyro to be in that room and kill her master. Oh shit, it popped! What? But if that's true, it changes everything. I love how she just has this like surprised look. Bitch, you're biting into the fucking balloon. What did you expect? Your Honor, the defense requests that the flower in the room be tested immediately. The soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Gyro did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well... Even were it udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Gyro committed the crime. But... don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward and you'll feel my blade on your at your back. Enough with the threats already, I got it. Talk about pressure. Alright, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again. Time for revisualizing. I should have saved before this, I didn't realize. Just in case, because we never know if this game is gonna crash or not. To revisit the case from start to finish, I have to find conclusive evidence that Gyro committed this murder. What was Master Tornado making in his dressing room? Udon. Master Tornado was making udon. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. But something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl on the table? Soba. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute, one mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. Where did the soba in the bowl on the table come from? Master Soba stock. The soba noodles found at the scene were the master stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in a bowl? Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles and put them in a bowl? To hide the udon noodles. Or the udon dough, my bad. This is so weirdly thought out. Soba was found at the scene. And that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. I love that this relates to just udon and soba and like this whole spiel of shit. Kill them with the udon dough. That's it, the udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Typhoon Tornado. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Gyro got rid of the dough somehow. Death by dough. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, though, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Gyro's guilt. Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that it would prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Samadi. If the injury on... oh my god. The injury on Gyro's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Gyro's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as a murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Fortune teller now. Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, it's... if I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand, we'll lose the trial. So how did Gyro get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena, what do I have that points to suspicious behavior on Gyro's part? Now then, Miss Sykes, let us hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up. Stop distracting me, especially not right now. This piece of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon. Simon's statement.
Take that!
Gairu. What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about murder. Funny. Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. Yo, she's like, bitch, don't even try me. Please. Gairu got rid of this dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold, enduring way. Did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. No, Funny. Of course, now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Gairu, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jugemu more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard, blah blah blah. What should the police at the theater be looking for exactly? Jugemu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around this doghouse. Dumplings that Gairu made out of the udon dough with her blood in it. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along. Yeah, you know. What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. More sly lore unlock, everybody. Now, by your hand, finish the wretch case off, Athena. You got it. Gairu, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Damn, I'm about to pop her balloons. Well, now the truth is out, and it looks like, looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. Ah! Yep. 3 in a row, somebody! Eat shit! Kaka! Bro, seeing Gairu chew all day reminded me of my childhood. I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one you saw in the gun. Who was supposed to inherit the whole thing. But then, Shisho. Oh, her little balloon nose also popped. I didn't know it was a balloon. Alright, my balloon's bursting. Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. I They were fake! The reveal! Oh, she has... Oh, it was a wig too! Are you ready to tell us everything now, Gairu? The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. His stage name? You don't mean... Tornado. I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisha wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. But Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show, celebrating the name succession. So that was your entire motive. Not anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living. Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show? Because I wanted to pay Unedo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. Wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. But then Unedo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wee. And now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday? No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. It was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then the allergic reaction on your hand. Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands? When you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death? Yeah. That time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Gaidu. How could you do all this, you idiot? Gaidu. I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart? She looks cute with black hair. I like Gairu without all the extra shit. You have anything to add, Prosecutor Samadi? Any objections? Yeah, quit fucking being a prosecutor. How about that, bitch? Like, I'm just like out him. No, Your Honor. What's up? Miss Athena Sykes. Yes. That's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name. Really? It seems he finally recognized you as a proper adversary. I like that, Clussy. Real. Same. Thanks. That's all I asked, Prosecutor Samadi. Looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Man is... Oh, he sobered up! Ah, good. It seems you have made a full recovery. Now then, the court finds the defendant, Bucky Wheat, not guilty. He's on his board! This court is adjourned. Alright. Your Honor, try out my soba now. Your Honor, watch a sick kickflip. Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent. Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee. But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Unedo have it out for you or something? I don't think so. Unedo said it was spur of the moment idea he got when he saw the soba themed cards. Simon, where have you been? I stopped in at Unedo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way! I almost got convicted out of convenience. Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is why didn't Master Tornado let Gairu inherit her father's name? Give me a second here. What do you mean? On a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Don't be such a... Oh yeah, it's wet, not wheat. Wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. I kept saying wheat. I forgot wheat is like with an A, so that makes sense. You think the master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Gairu to find her own calling in life, to perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her and her new endeavor. So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon. A more roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding. How sad. By the way, Gairu wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You're talking about me? Come on, no way. All that old man ever did was criticize my soba. That's not true, Bucky. There must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him. The wet soba deed, right? Yeah. Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? It's still in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's steed. He probably used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. Thanks, Simey, and you too, Miss Chickadee. One day, my soba's gonna be so good, it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of Wet Soba. Wet noodle number 4. Well, I better be getting back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Yes, Miss Chickadee. Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Gairu on behalf of her master? You got it. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed in it too. Thank you. I'll see you. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime. I will. Now bring the whole agency with me. Do us all proud, Bucky. I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Come. Peace out. Woo. It's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? Wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case. Don't kid yourself. Probably would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side. You don't know that. For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just teach me your famous mind trick, Simon. No. Way to shut someone down, and why not? Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever. Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Onedo? Must you remind me? How could I have known Onedo would do time soba? Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny. Oh goody, I can't wait. Black Hill going, oh goody, is funny. Okay, here it is, in time soba. Why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I know? Because 789! Yeah? Like, you get it, Simon? Stupid. Oh boy. It is like freezing here right now in like the States. So, for you to be in the hot was interesting. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Roll the floor laughing? No way! Did she Raffle. That I should have known. Come on, let's go get soba or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% off of the tab, and don't forget, you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? I wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know? Quit squawking and start walking, Athena. I like the relationship between Blackwell and Athena have actually improved, like, a little bit, from compared to the last game. Hey, wait for me. Fuck you, Quill. Why? I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer, but just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. Je peux le faire. I can do this. I'm sorry I butchered that. I tried, at least. But again, sorry to butcher it. Alright, that's an end for this trial. And then we'll continue next week with the next one. Episode 5, Turnabout Revolution. I believe this is the last trial, which is the longest. Alright, let's get a little preview for what's going to be next week. Hopefully. Oh, wait. Actually, I got to check the schedule for next week. Because...
It's time for a revolution!
I was so confused.
That's far enough.
That was plumbed, not plumed. One more trial before the Great Ace Attorney.
Good people of Khurain, we can't allow things to go on like this. The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb. And to the Garenian regime, make no mistake about it, I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest.
He
until his
looks so
revolution
much
is
like Apollo.
complete.
Like, you can see the traits that Apollo has gone from him. Alright, that's next week. No, I'll let that replay on next week. So I was like thinking about it. I was like, maybe I should save here. But yeah. We got a little thing. This trial was short, for real. It only had 2 parts. It had the first part of the trial, then the second part of the trial. So this trial was actually pretty short. But I think it's more for Athena's like character development and like how she works around the whole thing. And like, even though Simon did help her, it did feel like they finally gave Athena more light to shine upon, because I think the last time when she was on her own, it was like Athena for like a brief moment, then it was either Phoenix Wright taking over or Apollo taking over. So it was like, I think this one's like just really focused on Athena's like just development overall, and I think it was really well done. I love this game. Granted how long it is, I do love how this game is. So real quick on, I guess, the next set of things that are gonna come along. I'm just skipping through a lot of shit. Give me a second. There you go. All right. So we got. I'm gonna tell you what Turnabout Revolution has over the fuck all. Investigation Day 1, Trial Day 1, Investigation Day 2, Parts 1, 2, 3, Trial Day 2, Parts 1, 2, 3. I think this is one of the longest trials on some real shit. And then we got the Great Ace Attorney like after this, and then I'm like literally done with the whole Phoenix Wright series. What will I play on Saturday? I have no idea. I'm gonna be real with you. But Jesus, this is a long series. I might want to no, I'll keep that on Thursdays. I was thinking of changing Final Fantasy to Saturdays, but I was like, nah, Thursdays I think is good. We'll see how I feel about it when that time comes. It's still a long way from now. But yeah. I don't know how I'm going to organize this. I want to say do Investigation Day 1 and Trial Day 1. But the way how this is like hella long, just for like one segment, it takes like forever. I like... let me check my VODs, for example, of like last week of this trial, or not this trial, but you know, let's see, when was it? Yep, right here. Okay, part 1 and 2. Okay, that the first part of that, like last week's, the 2 weeks ago's trial, was an hour and 30, about an hour and 30, about an hour and 40, whatever, right? Right now I have an hour and 30. That shit was 3 hours long just combined. And that was just 2 parts for a whole trial. Imagine a 6-parter. That is going to be the longest trial of a lifetime if I even try to extend a stream for that. But I digress. I'm gonna say my I'm gonna sign off from this point on. Anyone on Twitch who dropped by, lurked, chilled out, all that stuff, appreciate it. Always. Sly, I appreciate you for giving me some chat. I do like talking to you, man. I kind of miss you here when you were here very often. I know you're very busy with school and just in general. I appreciate you for even dropping by, man. I really do. Hope you're doing good at least, you know. Yeah. That's for Twitch. YouTube. I know I did cut the first one into this one, and I hope me doing that. I think I'm acknowledging it now that I'm doing that for the other ones. So sorry if that like occurs on the other ones, and I finally just talked about it now. But yeah, YouTube, if you got to this point, thank you. I know these trials are extremely long, and there's probably taking up a lot of things, and I probably do a lot of pauses, and then I do get distracted here and there, so I'm sorry about that. But other than that, I'm gonna call it a stream. Talk to you guys next week, when Thursday we continue our Final Fantasy Crisis Core playthrough. I have done a lot of off-screen shit already. Like I was like having fun with it. Continue Pokemon Black as well on Friday. Don't know if that's gonna be the final stream for it. I'll have to see, because only due to the fact that I have to grind a good amount. And then we got next week starting with the final trial for Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice. That's about it for the schedule. Hope you guys have a great weekend / night, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you guys